Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lump Dog, your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner, and I'm back with another PPH video commissioner message, week number 8 of the 2023 season. Man, I really hate to break it to you guys, but me and Cone had a falling out, and Cone's Corner is not going to be in this week. I'm just playing. We didn't have a falling out. It's just we couldn't hook up. We couldn't link it up. We couldn't make it happen. So unfortunately, no Cone's Corner. It should be back next week. We should get it going and cracking. I wish I could make it happen. Unfortunately, daughter's work schedule is causing link up issues, and we can't do it. So it is what it is. I'm sorry. But we'll have Cone's Corner back next week on the Commish Message, hopefully, as long as schedules allow. We want to get you guys another trade alert. The trading deadline's week 11. So just be aware of that. So once the week 11 games start, the trading deadline is over. That would be that Thursday. So if the players play on that Thursday game in week 11, they're no longer to be traded. Then you have until Sunday to trade anyone else. And come Sunday morning, trading deadline is closed. So just a few more weeks there to get all your trades in. So make sure you are working the trading line. The other thing I wanted to bring up is the Red Cross issue. Again, it seems to be causing a lot of hub. This is where I'm coming with it. I mean, I think I tried to make this argument 2 rules meetings ago, but people were too busy burning shit in the fire, not listening, fucking off, taking shots of Doughboy or whatever have you. Just we're doing everything and anything other than paying attention. But what I was trying to say is that really this Red Cross rule, you can't slap a guy in your IR without a Red Cross, is really not fixing anything. All it's doing is making things more difficult and a lot more convoluted. It's simple, man. It's by Thursday. Like, really, are we really that anal now that we can't let someone smash a guy in his IR from Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, or actually I should say Tuesday and Wednesday because Monday is the games are going on. So Tuesday and Wednesday I can't be on your IR because you might need to have a lineup decision, or you're not sure who you want to cut, or maybe you want to check out what the practice report shows. Someone gets injured in practice, right? I mean, you're making people make cuts before they have to, and that's what the Thursday lineup check is for. So you have to make those cuts, and that those people that you cut are still available to be picked up and played for the Sunday and Monday night games, right? So obviously you can't cut anyone on Thursday that's played in a Thursday game. So anyone you cut on Thursday before the game can be picked up on Saturday, which is Friday night, our time, and can be played and put into your lineup. So, I mean, you guys are really trying to fix an issue that isn't an issue. The Thursday lineup check is what fixes the issue. There's nothing else that's going to fix the issue other than making it more complicated, more difficult to try to enforce and do, and then get you guys all pissy and upset, right? So I took what preluded this. It was the fact that I took a guy's off my IR whose Red Cross had dropped, and I put him on my bench because they're all, oh, you can't have a guy on your IR. It's a $40 fine. It's not a $40 fine if they had a Red Cross and it drops off. It's if they never had the Red Cross, then it drops that you put them on your IR. That's the fine. So I'm hoping that we can get rid of that rule. It's not helping anything. It's not, other than, there's no history showing whether the Red Cross was on the person or off the person when they made the change. So unless I catch it at the time, it's difficult. And it's not solving for anything that the Thursday lineup check doesn't solve for. That's the fix for the issue. Because really what you're doing is for 2 days, on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, you guys are getting all your panties in a bunch over nothing, over something that can be fixed on Thursday with the lineup check. So hopefully we can get rid of that rule and change it. Man, if you guys want to make a rule on illegal lineups, that's fine too, because there are loopholes around it. And any person can work those loopholes. It's just if you don't know what you're doing or you forget, you can really screw yourself and get yourself a big fat zero for the week, which would really give out a free win for one, which we don't want to do. And then your points scored 0 is going to really, really hurt you. And those points scored. It's really hard to make up those points when you get a 0 and everyone else is scoring 90, even 70, 80, 90, 120, 140, 150, 160 points, and you got a 0. That's hard to make up those points. So anyway, just again, something I think you guys are taking a little too anally over it. I think it started with Tommy and this rule, and then now it's really getting to the point that it's becoming ridiculous. So let's just manage your roster the way you see fit. Stay within the written rules, right? And then if you want to loophole your illegal lineup, go right ahead. Loophole it all you want. Except again, you might find yourself on the wrong side of that if you mess around and don't get it right by Sunday morning when player lineups lock. And that loophole, for just those that are unaware, is that, so for instance, my lineup this morning, where everyone was getting all pissy about it, I had Tajay Spears come off the IR. Red Cross dropped off him because he practiced yesterday. I took him off the IR and I put him on my bench, which gave me an illegal lineup because that gave me 6 bench spots and only 5 are allowed. So that made it an illegal lineup. And then what I could have done is kept that illegal lineup all the way through Sunday, right? Even though I have the Steelers defense playing on Thursday night. And I would have shown 0 and I would have gotten nothing. It would have shown an illegal lineup. And then on Sunday morning when I made my cut, which I've already done, so my lineup's legal now. But if I waited till Sunday to make that cut, and all of a sudden those points that the Steelers defense had gotten that I showed 0 for would come through, because then my lineup is legal and those points would have counted. So again, there are some loopholes, and if you guys want to stop those loopholes, we can certainly do it. I'm all for it, because I do feel that does give you an unfair advantage, because you're keeping a guy all the way till Sunday, which should have been able to be cut and picked up before those Sunday games. That's why I'm saying the Thursday night lineup check for IR spots really is the one that fixes the problem. Now, if you have an illegal roster, you can loophole that till Sunday morning. That keeps the extra player, and then you don't drop them until Sunday morning, meaning that person can't be picked up until the following week. So that does give you a little bit of an unfair advantage. I will admit that, and if you guys want to stop that from happening, I would maybe tend to agree with you on that, and maybe vote for some sort of fine or some sort of enforcement mechanism to make sure that the illegal lineup can't be kept until Sunday morning. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Again, no Cone's Corner, so I do apologize for that. And the trading deadline is week 11, so make sure you get all your trades in. And then with that, let's go ahead and get into last week's games. So in the first matchup here, we had the Patty's Playboys take a hard L to the Cock Cavern Crushers, 123.1 to 114.6. Trevor Lawrence with 33.2 points. Cook trade not looking very good for the Cock Cavern Crushers. He looked like he's losing touches. They now just signed Leonard Fournette, so ouch. Anyway, 17 from Jamar Chase, 14.4 from Addison, 15.9 from George Kittle, 7.8 from Dotson. Wow, a showing up from Jahan Dotson. That's amazing. And that was enough to get him the win at 123.1 and improve to 4-4. Patty's Playboys on the verge of really missing out here after last year's great year. Lost in the championship game due to DeMar Hamilton. Still hasn't recovered from that injury, it looks like, Patty's Playboys. Brock Purdy with 39.2, 10.9 from Rashard White, 11.6 from Garrett Wilson, 15.3 from Bryce Hall, and 114.6 wasn't enough to get it done. Falls to 2-6. All right, in the next matchup, we have the Mollywops taking out Spiced Up, 149.9 to 96.4. Man, Mr. Spiced Up, man, is he really falling off, man? Under 100 points? Big, bad Mr. Spiced Up? Mr. I can put together a 100-point game with anything? Barkley with 13.8. Look at big old bad Tony Pollard. How did the Dallas Cowboys put up 43 points and Pollard only get 53 yards rushing? I don't know, spiced up. You're starting to drop a couple of these, man, that you were supposedly invincible. Now you're really, DJ Moore was the savior and Nico Collins was putting up points. And look at him now, man. It looks like your team's starting to really slow down. Like they got a torn Achilles or something and really slowing down, man. They were off to a fast start, but slowing down these last couple games, man. Cowboys D, though, still staying up there with 18, so that's good for you. Looking L, man. 4-4, still in the mix though. We'll see if you can bounce back this week, but the old Mollywops took you out. Mollywops with 51.5 from Josh Allen, 22.9 from Travis Etienne. I'm sure he'll still tell me how unfair it was that he gave up Raheem Mostert, right? Right? I mean, this guy here, Mollywops, wants to come at me on the thread every week. We judge trades week by week now. When the trade doesn't work in his favor, yeah, he's real noisy about it. Wants to come up there lumping his trade value and lumping this and lumping that. But when it works out for him and it works in his favor, oh, he's real quiet. He's super quiet, real like zip the lip. I ain't saying nothing. My guy scored and the guy traded away didn't do nothing. So yeah, that's what crabs do, man. That's what haters actually do. Haters do that. They just sit there and they want to judge the trade week by week. Oh, this week it worked. Look at how great I was. This week it didn't work. Oh, you're so stupid. So pretty dumb on his part, if you ask me. But he does what he does. Wasn't too dumb to hold on to Kincaid, though. Held on to him for all this time. Finally showed up. Knox gets hurt. So football mind move there, man, with 12.5. 11.8 from Amron St. Brown, and then a big 25.9 from Jahmyr Gibbs. Held on to him, too, for a while and finally paid off. So good moves there. Trade value and week by week, not so good. But good guy, good holding on to some of those guys you drafted because they're starting to pay off, get you the win, and proves to 4-4. The next game, we got Just My Luck getting beat by the Irresistible Force, 165.6 to 119.4. Again, this is another trade that I was mentioning. Duck, I gotta really talk at you, bro. I really do. Just come close. I need to talk with you because you're a smart guy, man. You really are. You're a real smart guy. You break things down and. When I was giving a little bit of criticism to Cone for your trade for Lamar Jackson for Devon Achin, and explaining to him and to you on the Commish Message last week, like showing you how you've given up something and you're not going to get any value in return for now another week, this week, and then maybe next week he comes back. But at the time, it was like 2-3 weeks away, right? So when I come in and I give that type of analysis, what I'm expecting from you would be to like maybe come on the thread, especially a smart guy like you, coming on the thread and going, hey, look, Lump, I understand what you were saying about you're true. That's right. I get what you're saying, but look, I traded for Dak Prescott and he was going to make up. And then I also got Javonte Williams to help with, without having that second running back, some sort of analysis, some sort of breakdown of the thinking behind it. I mean, I know Cone can't give out other than, just letting me know that there's a high level strategic plan behind the reason, but not actually tell me what that strategic planning is or give any details on that strategic planning. But I was expecting some guy like you, but no, what do I get from Doug? Oh, just trade. Let's just hating. My trade. No, man, I'm just not. I gave you a specific criticism. I gave you something that I saw that I looked at and I was saying, hey, X, Y, and Z, this is why I'm not liking this. I just didn't come out, I don't like that trade because I just hate it. No, I gave you specific reasons. I would appreciate you to come back and not fall into the PPH trap of just saying, oh, Lump just hates my trade. The commission just hates my trade. No, I just don't hate your trade. I gave specific reasons. I gave it an analysis of why I didn't like the trade. And I still stick by it. It worked out for you, though, right? It worked out, and I would have give you a lot more props if you'd have came onto the thread and actually broke it down and gave some insightful analysis to why you made it or the thinking behind it, or like, something other than I was just a hater, right? I mean, that's just the cheap, easy way out, man. So, good job. You're the weekly winner. So those trades worked out for you because Dak Prescott showed up against the Rams with 53.3 points. McCaffrey did his thing like he does every week, 23.8. Javonte Williams, someone you traded for, 15.8 to hopefully take apart, make up for the missing of Hn. So that worked out for you. And which, by the way, if you go back and rewind the tape, I never said that it didn't work out. I said I didn't like it because of those reasons, because of you weren't getting anything in return for the Lamar Jackson really to be used in your lineup until Hn gets back. So I didn't say it was going to work out. I just said that was the reason I didn't like it. Anyway, Tahib shows up. I mean, look at this. This guy got 153 yards and 50, and I think he only had like 3 catches. Talk about uber efficient. 3 catches for like 153 yards and a 58-yard touchdown. Good start there, man. But can't rely on that every week. Worked out for you this week. Waddle with 19.1 points and then 15 from the Seahawks D. Proves that record to 4-4. I'm sure Flutie is out there celebrating for the Irresistible Force and their weekly prize this week. Just my luck with 119.4. Jalen Hurts with 53.5. 10.6 from Mostert. Oh, look at that trade. That trade was so great. They go for idiot. 10.1 for Jake Elliott, and then 18 from the Chiefs defense. Wasn't enough to get it done. 119.4 falls to 6-2. Second loss of the season, man. Are we thinking this is a trend now for Just My Luck? A couple of L's in a row there. I don't know. We'll see. See how that goes this week. Next game, we got West Point Gators getting L from the basket of deplorables, 126.4 to a 110.9 basket of deplorables. Tunga Baloa with 45.2, 17 from Mixon, 18.2 from Hill, 10.7 from Ferguson, 13.8 from Aubrey, and that was 126.4 and gets him to 4-4. West Point Gators falls to 4-4 with 110.9. Jordan Love, he makes a trade, trades away Palmer, and gets Love with 29.3. Wasn't enough to get it done. 13.2 from Henry, 15.3 from Eckler, and then 10 from the Pittman. I like that. Michael Pittman, the Pittman. And then Harrison Bucker with 12, and then 12 from the Jags D. Wasn't enough to get the dub. Falls to 4-4. All right, in the next game, we got No Way Jose falling to the Haters, 103.8 to 79.7. Haters with Stafford with 22.1. Loses Stafford, so that's another. This guy can't keep quarterbacks healthy, man. Haters, what's going on with you? Jay Nash, you guys need a quarterback. Keep a quarterback healthy. Gus Edwards shows up huge with 3 touchdowns, man. 27.4. 11.9 from Ayuk. Couldn't get the TD, though, to really put him over the top. And that gets him the 103.8 win. No Way Jose. Your Raiders, bruh, they've taken care of your problem. They benched Jimmy G. You no longer have to start him because he's no longer a starting quarterback. Only 10.8. 12.7 from Hunt. 10.6 from Boyd. And 17.6 from McManus. Finishes with 79.7. Now, me and Jose have the matchup this week, and I like my chances. But the thing that scares me about Jose's team is that I'm waiting for Taylor to bust out, and this could be the week. Also, with Adams now, without Garoppolo, he could step up and really want to show, that it was the quarterback fault that he wasn't producing. So, and that my team has a way to playing down to its competition. So I'm actually really, really worried about my matchup this week with No Way Jose. But we'll see how it goes. No Way Jose falls to 2-6, and Haters improves to 4-4. In the next game, we got the Brewdogs, 147.1, taking out the Boogaloo Boys, 102.7. The trade that he made a few weeks back for CeeDee Lamb finally paid off for him. Got a big 30 points. But the problem here with the Brewdogs is you will see here a big D-hop on his bench with 32.8. He starts D-Hop instead of Zay Flowers. He wins the weekly. That lineup decision cost him the weekly, and those are the toughest, man. When you, even though you get the win, you're like, hey, could have had that weekly. I would have just started that guy on my bench. The guy you drafted. D-Hop. Oh well. Lost Kirk Cousins, that's tough, but lost him near the end of the game, so he got his 40.3 out of him before he left, so that was good. 12.4 from DeAndre Swift, 24.1 from Taysom Hill. Man, that guy is really the Swiss Army knife of tight ends. Like the quarterback, running back, receiver. I mean, they really, and dude, his second touchdown could have went to Kamara. Kamara could have had 3 touchdowns, but they seemed dead set on getting him that second touchdown because they kept, I think it was like 3 runs in a row with Taysom Hill at the goal line there to get him in. Anyway, CeeDee Lamb, like I said, 30 big points. That trade finally paid off for you. Patterson was 17, and then the Commanders with 10. 147.1 to the win. Lil Polly, the Boogaloo Boys, takes the L, falls to 5-3. Man, look at that, man. My shitty ass team. It's only 1 game out from your great, wonderful, auto-drafted team. How do you explain that? I mean, just last week you were talking about how crappy and shitty my team was. You couldn't find me in the standing. You had to scroll. Now, like, we're just 1 game within each other. You find my team right below yours. So I think you can find me now. Man, that didn't last very long. Didn't age well either, too. But AJ Brown doing pretty well. 26 points, man. Breaks records with over 6 games now of 125 yards receiving or more. So he's been beasting. Hawkinson with 14.8. I wonder how he's going to do with the new quarterback, though. And then that was really all that was done. 102.7 sounds like a radio station. Couldn't get it done. Couldn't get the win. Falls to 5-3. And then the last game was your boy, Mr. Sweet Spot, taking the win over 289ers, 149.9 to 74.8. 289ers just did not show up this game. Herbert, and he scares me. It seems, even against Chicago with only 47.9, seems like he should have had 4 or 5 touchdowns against such a shitty defense. Only 3 and under 300 yards. It is what it is. Got 47.9 from him. Kamara was the big one here. 23 points. I'm not sure why Pardo keeps voting for this stupid rule of a 20-plus point bonus to match the year of the league. So this is our 23rd year of PPH. So there's a 23-point bonus rule, meaning if a guy hits 23 points, you get a 23-point bonus. Don't understand it. It keeps hitting him in the suck hole every year after year, ever since we started it with the 20th. And this year's no different. He got stuck with it. Stung by it, too. And I guess what? I bet you he's going to vote for 24. I guarantee it he's going to do it. For some reason, he likes getting abused that way. Bijan shows up, doesn't have headaches with 12.2. Man, my receivers really let me down there. Laporta shows up with 11.7, and then the Steelers D with 15. Again, I didn't score 149.9, but got it with the bonus. So it is what it is. Enjoy the points, the extra points. Needed to make them up in the tie-breaking situation. Not much going on 289ers team. Mahomes had the flu, played in Denver, couldn't get it done with only 17.1. 14.7 from Gabe Davis and 17.2 from Dicker the kicker, and then 10 from the Ravens D. Just like to also point out that came on last Thursday, me and my zipper bro Duke got pumped, started getting pumped, right? So I had Gabe Davis go off for 14.7. I had 0, and Spiced Up was getting pumped from Josh Allen with 51.5, and then Dalton Kincaid with 12.5. I just wanted to point out only one of the Zipper boys got recovered from the pumping on Thursday. Only one of the Zipper boys showed the fortitude, the tenacity, to keep fighting to make sure that they were going to pull out a win, even though they're getting pumped on Thursday. They were getting straight on Thursday, just catch after catch, just touchdown, right? 0 points from my squad, just getting pumped. But only one of the Zipper boys showed the tenacity, fight, and grit, and grind, and get off the floor mat and fight back and get a dub. And it wasn't spiced up. It was your boy, Mr. Sweet Spot. That's right. I just wanted to point that out, man. Just wanted to point that out. One gave up, one threw in the towel, one just said, I ain't doing it. One said, you know what? I ain't going out like that. I'm stepping up. I'm going to put up some points. I'm going to make this a game. That was me. So, all right, y'all. That was it. That was the Commish Message. Then next week will be Cone's Corner. We'll be back, and we will catch up then. Lump Dog is out. Talk to y'all later. Peace.